That's Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money. That's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out that fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez, the 4-division world champion, looking to be undisputed in September when he take on Caden Plant. And he's letting us know that if he would have fought Miguel Cotto, the Puerto Rico star, 4-division world champion, and Lara, the Cuban star, former world champion, he would have been ready for Floyd Money Mayweather a little bit more. And we all know Floyd is arguably the greatest fighter of all time, 5-division world champion, the king of pay-per-view, TBE himself. You understand me? I want y'all to listen to what Canelo had to say about Cotto and Lara. And then y'all know Money B will be back with this great assessment, man. Y'all listen to this, fam.
I agree with that. I don't take that fight like a lose. I take that fight like I'm learning. I need more experience, more mature. I always
7 years, right?
7 years. I always think I need to fight first with Cotto, Lara, and all of that guys, and then Floyd. But that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, that's what it is. I'm okay.
As I can see, I can respect Canelo for saying that. I can respect him, and he does have a point. He have a great point, because who Floyd is, him at 23 years of age, Dela Hoya kind of, probably pushed him into that fight because it's Floyd Money Mayweather. It's a big money fight. Canelo ain't gonna back down from nothing. It's like, shit, why not? It's Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. But understanding that if you would have fought Lara, right, who moved with the legs, sensation Cuban fighter, especially back then, right, it would have gave Canelo confidence. It would have gave him experience to learn how to cut the ring off more. Not saying he didn't know how to do these things, but just, fighting that fighter that really moves and things of that nature. You grow experience for those things, man. And as y'all see, experience is the best teacher. Especially because, Lara moved, to me, back then, Lara moved more than Mayweather. You understand what I'm saying? He moved more than Mayweather. Mayweather got a different style of moving, but Floyd was coming to you because he was up there in age, not saying in his fucking 40s or nothing, but, he was up there in age to where sometimes he'll walk your ass down. But Lara back then was a real mover, Cuban style, and I think Mayweather got Canelo a little ready for Lara, because Lara thought he was gonna do the same thing to Canelo that Mayweather did, and he didn't. With Miguel Cotto, we all know Cotto, a fucking Hall of Fame fighter. Style is one of the best styles that you can get in boxing. A body puncher, skillful, high IQ, throw combinations, can bang it out with you. All those things, man. Smart in the ring. Now, this way would have really gained experience with Miguel Cotto. You understand what I'm saying? Real experience, because, like we say, Cotto's a 4-division world champion, man. He's seen it all. And even though Canelo beat him, when he came off another hot streak, being a world champion, at that time, he was even better. He was even better back then if Canelo would have got this fight. And Canelo always wanted Cotto. Remember that. He always wanted Cotto. Cotto was his first pick. Like, he would have took Cotto over Floyd, over Lara. That's the man that he wanted. It was going to be a Mexican-Puerto Rico showdown, but he understood that Cotto was the key to his success. And this was the man that he wanted, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Dela Hoya didn't make that happen. Now, getting this man right here at 23 years of age, that's a mountain to climb, man. That's a mountain to climb. Dela Hoya, because he couldn't beat Mayweather. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I know I keep it real. Because he couldn't beat Mayweather, he thought Cotto was the man to do it. When Dela Hoya was he thought Canelo was the man to do it. Canelo. So when he was looking at Canelo, he was seeing the skill set. He was seeing Canelo ice motherfuckers, seeing him beat Shane Mosley, seeing him beat Austin Trout. He felt like he was ready. He like, you know what, man, if he can catch Floyd Mayweather with one of these punches, right, he can get him up out of here. And what Oscar De La Hoya was looking at was the youth factor. He was looking at Canelo being a younger fighter, being a stronger fighter, right? And he thought that was gonna play a part against Floyd, but Floyd had the experience, man. Floyd knew he had the experience. Floyd took his ass to 152, right? And that's what De La Hoya fucked up at as well. But Canelo being a young, when you're 23 years of age, man, you're trying to just make your name. You're trying to make your name. Canelo got Mexico on his back, and he's ready to make a statement. He's ready to make a statement. Like he said, Cotto was his number one choice. But fuck it, if I could get Floyd right now, knowing how big of a story he is, knowing how big this fight going to be, knowing I'm growing every day as a fighter, I get to put my skills up against the best. I get to put my skills up against the best and see where I'm really at. You know what I mean? And then your team telling you that it's a good move for you, because that's what De La Hoya got to be telling them. And at 23, Canelo go listen. You understand me? But experience played a big key, man. Played a big key. And Canelo went in there, and even though he lost to Floyd, like you say, he didn't take it as a loss. He took it as a learning lesson. But if you look at the fight, he actually did some good shit. It wasn't like he was just in there and just not knowing what to do. You feel me? He countered when he's supposed to counter. He hit Floyd with some big shots. Just the experience, man. Just the experience. The experience that he has now. And if he was to fight Floyd now, even though Floyd 44 years of age, people go always throw that in there. You gotta put that in there, no matter how you slice the dice. He's 44 now. But even with the experience now, it'll be a better fight with Floyd Money May. It'll be a better fight. I know a lot of y'all gonna say Canelo or beat Floyd right now and this, that, and third. We don't know. We gotta keep it real. We don't know. We don't know what type of fighter Floyd be at 44. We don't know what type of training camp Floyd could put in at 44. We don't know if Floyd got Canelo number or none of that, bro. We don't know. And we know if they was to fight right now, it ain't gonna be at no 60. It ain't gonna be at no 68. Floyd gonna probably tell him to come to 54. You feel me? Could Canelo make 54 comfortably now? We don't know. We don't know. But nonetheless, Canelo gained experience from that fight. It made him who he is today, like Mike Tyson said, from losing to the greatest fighter of all time. I mean, arguably the greatest fighter of that time. To me, greatest fighter of all time. Because to Mike Tyson, Floyd ain't no damn greatest of all time. But to me, he's the GOAT, and I got my reasons why. But nonetheless, losing to Floyd Money Mayweather at that time, Canelo being 23 years of age, you'll think that it damaged his pride. Like, don't get me wrong, he was hurt. He said it. He was hurt. But it made him better. You know what I'm saying? That experience, it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody get to share the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather and be as good as you is like Canelo Alvarez. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're going to say Berto did it. We're going to say Guerrero did it. We're going to say Victor Ortiz did it. But they wasn't as good as Canelo Alvarez. You feel me? Canelo Alvarez took that shit and he learned from it. He learned from it. And now he's on top of the fucking world. And it's still the only loss on his resume. Still the only loss on his resume. And people think because Floyd beat him, and they think, oh, Floyd Mayweather's a mover. He got a jab. He got legs. They take that notion and they run with it. And they think that's the way to beat Canelo, but it's not. It's not. Floyd told y'all, man. Just because I beat Canelo doesn't mean y'all going to beat Canelo. Don't take this kid as no fucking gimmick like he's a joke. You feel me? Canelo is a bad motherfucker. And Floyd would tell you that. Floyd told you all the things that Canelo did good. He told you at the post-fight, I got X amount of months left, and this man will carry boxing. He will be the face of boxing. You feel me? Don't let that out your sight. People don't take them things into consideration. You got to understand, bro. Floyd said Canelo does everything good. He jab good. He go to the body good. He punch good. You feel me? And people weren't listening. They weren't listening. They thought, oh, yeah, Floyd did this to him. And understand, Floyd didn't even move for real with Canelo. He didn't, dance around the ring like people was trying to do. No, Floyd walked to Canelo. He walked to Canelo. He used the angles. He used the defense the only way that Floyd Money Mayweather knows how. You guys are not Floyd Money Mayweather. You feel me? Y'all are not Floyd Money Mayweather. There's only one Mayweather, baby. There's only one. That's what makes him so special and so gifted. You know what I mean? That's why he's the athlete that he is today, to where he can fight YouTubers and generate $100 million, to where he can sit out of sport and everybody want him to come back. and he's still one of the biggest names in sports entertainment today. You know what I mean? But with Canelo saying if he'd have had Miguel Cotto and Lara before he fought Floyd, he thought it would have gave him a better shot. It would have gave him a better shot. Would he have won? I don't think so. Not back then. I don't think so. I think Floyd still would have won because I just think Floyd is just that fucking good. You feel me? But would Canelo would have had more success? Yes. Yes. You feel me? Because that experience is a big factor. A big factor. And that's something that money can't buy. That's something that money can't buy, bro. You did. But look on the bright side. When you fight a fighter like Floyd Mayweather, and you can take those type of things and implement into your own game plan like Canelo did, right? Because everybody can't do that. Everybody can't go fight a great fighter and take that as experience and implement it into their game plan. Because some people be arrogant. We can see that Canelo is not arrogant. He said, okay, I lost to this man. I seen what he did good. I seen what he used on me. Eddie, I want to work on some things, right? And like you say, Eddie is always learning as well. And I'm always learning. So I want to work on some things that I learned from Floyd. Get into the gym, master that shit, right? And become a better fighter in yourself. Because it's not about an O in boxing. It's not about an O, bro. You feel me? If you can take a loss, take it as experience, get back into that ring, learn from it, become a better you, and never take another L, man, you're a great fucking fighter. A great fighter. Canelo is on the way to being the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. The greatest Mexican fighter of all time, even over Chavez, where people don't think so. And Mike Tyson in that fucking interview couldn't stop talking about Chavez because he was that good. 89-0 before he took his first loss. But that Canelo was fit to be a 4-division world champion, man. Looked like he's fit to be undisputed. You know, fought arguably the greatest fighter ever of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather. He's on his resume. He's on his resume. You feel me? And you got to get credit to that shit. You got to get credit to that because Miguel Cotto has Hall of Fame fighters on his resume as well. Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Lara might be a Hall of Famer. You never know, bro. You never know. Triple G is going to be a Hall of Famer. You feel me? You got to get credit where credit is due. You got to get credit where credit is due. But I'm going to salute Canelo Alvarez, man, for being a real man, not being too arrogant to speak the truth. Understanding that he wasn't ready at that time when he fought Floyd Money Mayweather, right? A lot of people go try to shit on him. Well, he beat this fighter, that fighter. He acknowledged that he wasn't ready at that time. It take a man to admit that. You feel me? It take a man to admit it, but he's not crying over it and he's not worried about the spoiled milk. He took it, he strived, and now he's on top of the game. And all you can do is salute that, man. All you can do is salute that. So shouts out to Canelo Alvarez, man. I wish you the best in September. It looked like September the 14th, say that was the date. Or somewhere around there, September the 12th, we take on Caleb Plant for Undisputed. I think Canelo gonna beat Caleb Plant and become Undisputed. Make history by being the first Mexican fighter to be the first undisputed champion at 168 pounds and the first fighter overall to be the first undisputed champion at 168 pounds. And we got to salute that. Shouts out to Mayweather, who fit to fight June the 6th. Logan Paul, he going to beat Logan Paul last. Shouts out to Lara, whose career is still going. And shouts out to the future Hall of Famer and Miguel Cotto, the Puerto Rico superstar, icon fighter that a lot of Puerto Rican fighters that's trying to imitate, and will not imitate. You know, they're trying to reach that plateau of a Miguel Cotto. You feel me? And it's going to take some hard work to get there. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the story of Canelo and what he said about Floyd Money May. If he had the experience with Lara and Cotto, he felt like he did better in the fight or arguably even won the fight. But who knows? Until then, it's your boy Monty. It's the ANSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate OG money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. Y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.